Tinat?
Yeah, yeah. Going live na.
Okay, so yan ay share ko.
Consult Asia delivers cutting-edge training to empower people to achieve their maximum potential. Engaged in developing and delivering customized learning and development programs specializing in leadership, business, sales, and life coaching. True to its name, Consult Asia works with partners worldwide in Asia, North America, Europe, the United Kingdom, and Australia, all from diverse industries: hospitality, tourism, banking, real estate, retail, direct sales, legal, manufacturing, and oil and gas. Consult Asia closely works with partners in their people development and business enhancement programs to achieve their business goals. And the Consult Asia Global team is just as world-class. Consultants and facilitators, coaches and mentors are industry experts from distinct backgrounds and cultures. Consult Asia delivers only high-quality training solutions and proactively pursues strategic alliances with global firms and consultants to stay ahead in the industry. Consult Asia Global, the world's preferred training group.
Hi everyone, I'm Tinat Cortez and welcome to my episode called Inside Her Head, a conversation on thinking big with Tina Bailon Lindres. So I'd like to say hello to everyone watching us from all over the world. Good morning, Philippines, and good evening, Canada, because our guest tonight is actually from Winnipeg in Canada. So I think it's 9:00 p.m. in Canada right now, and I'm very excited because we are going to be hearing a lot of success stories and lessons and tips from a very special friend of mine. And our guest today is actually a very successful entrepreneur. She's also a lawyer by profession, and she's a very dear friend of mine. We literally grew up with each other, and we grew up together here in the Philippines, and then she moved to Canada, but we've always been in touch. So I'd like to introduce my very good friend, Miss Tina Bailon Lindres. Hello, Tina. Hey there.
Hello, Tinat.
Hi.
Girl.
Oh, wow, you look fantastic.
And
Look
so
at you.
beautiful. I love those red lipstick.
Well, thank you. And I love that.
Wear a red lipstick, so I wore a more muted one. You're the queen, so
You are the queen, and you look so classy and elegant as usual.
so do you. Thank you.
Thank you. So how are you? What time is it there? It's 9:00, right?
It is 9 p.m. and I think, Tinan, I promised wine, but
Where's your wine?
nervous. Nervous. I said I don't want to start bubbling my way around here.
Oh, come on. I was looking.
now.
I was looking. I was looking forward to that.
No, maybe midway I will bring it on. Maybe.
Please, please. Okay. All
Yeah.
right, Tina. So how has it been? I mean, it's been a while since we last saw each other in Canada, and I do miss you. I miss our chats. I miss our, I really enjoyed you sharing all your success stories, and honestly,
Success stories too, Tina.
yeah, this is the thing with you. Okay, this is the thing with you. When I go online, when I go to Facebook or LinkedIn, I saw all these, you know, gurus who are trying to, market themselves too much, and I just feel that it's getting too toxic in the online world. And yet there are people like you who have so much substance, who have so much to share, and yet you don't market yourself. This is I don't understand. And I was really quite shocked when you said that this is going to be your first guesting. Is that correct?
It is.
What? That's crazy. Okay, well,
Actually quite nervous even right now as we speak.
yeah.
Kasi, I'm so used to just talking to my team and
I
to
know.
people who share the same interest with me. And
Hmm.
I've never gone out in the world unfiltered. This is
I know.
uncharted territory for me. So to all
Mhm.
our viewers, be kind, be gentle to me. I'm a newbie.
Well, you know what, Tina? I'm quite, I don't know what it is, but I'm quite experienced in spotting people with substance and beauty you know, and I just feel that I have this mission to get your message out there because a lot of women and perhaps men as well would benefit from your, from the way you do things, the way you think. And I personally have witnessed that. I mean, since our younger days, we have been very, very, open to each other. And I love the way you think. I love the way you make decisions. And I love the way you take action. And sorry, but I just had to present you to the world today. So let's get on to my first question. It's like a Miss Universe question.
I know, no, I do feel like a rock star here,
Well,
Jeanette.
you
I'm
are.
enjoying this.
You
Okay.
are. Okay. Well, Tina, I guess so that our viewers, well, do you want to say hello first to your friends who are watching from Canada or the Philippines? I know you have a lot of fans, so
I don't know. I can't seem to see if they're watching. Are they?
they are. Yeah, they are.
Oh,
We have viewers from different parts of the world. Actually, you have a lot of viewers from the Philippines, Singapore, and not the UK. The UK is still asleep today because we're following the Canada time, the US and Canada. So please feel free to say hello to everyone.
so hello, Philippines. Hello, world. Hello, wherever you are. Welcome to this conversation. We hope we could be insightful and a little bit inspirational. I think they're free to comment, Tinat, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
So this is going to be a conversation not just between Tinat and myself, but you're free to be part of it and be engaged. And hopefully, Tinat and I can learn some lessons from you along the way.
All right. Fantastic. And if you don't mind, Tina, let me just read some of the comments from our friends who are watching. So we have, of course, Mary, my friend, is watching from the Philippines. Itchy Domino is watching from Australia. Sandy Buenaseda is also watching. Sweetie Dia, I love your makeup, Atitina Bailon. Stunning. Wow.
Thank you.
And then Tinat Cortez, so pretty too. Oh, thank you, sweetie. And then Geraldine Gravador says, wow, Atitina, super simple yet natural beauty. Yes, I agree. And Christopher Make is saying hello to Nat Cortez. Sandy says, I like your makeup, Tina. You look smart in nude makeup. I agree. Geraldine, Tinat Cortez, super beautiful. I love the power of women. Thank you, Geraldine. And hello, Miss Tina Bailon. Yeah, and the comments just keep on coming. So we're going to get onto them in a bit. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for watching. And I hope that you're going to be able to gather a lot of tips today from our very special guest. So, Tina, would you like to say a little bit about you? I mean, people know you as a mom, a wife, and an entrepreneur. So, would you care to share with us a little bit of your story?
I really am all of those. I'm a mom first. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
wife second. Oh my goodness. Well, he's 9 years old and I'm happily married. I hope my husband agrees with me. Well, I run a very large and successful salad master dealership. So I was raised in the Philippines. I was, and I think I still am a lawyer. Um, yeah, and then that was what I was doing before my husband and I ventured to owning up our own Salad Master dealership. So for those who are curious, what Salad Master is, I'm not plugging, but I am.
Of course, you can plug your business.
Yeah.
Of
Just
course.
a little bit. So, Salad Master is a 75-year-old company based in the United States. We sell the world's best cookware, and if you're ever wondering what it is about, just go to our website www.saladmaster.com, and you'll get a lot of information. So I'm currently based in Winnipeg. We call this place Winterpeg because it can get really, really cold in the
Cold.
winter. So, well, that's about who I am, I guess, in a nutshell. That's about
Okay,
who I
Tina.
am, and so many more in a
Yeah.
nutshell.
All right. Wow. Thanks for that, Tina. And I'm sure our viewers today are very pleased to have you. And yeah, so let me just get straight on to my first question to you. I know this is going to be very direct. What is your secret to success? I mean, wow, you've really built an empire here, right? Because,
Not
ladies and
quite.
gentlemen, well, okay, well, let me say it for you because you're too modest.
No, no, no.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Tina Bailon Lindres and her husband have been the number one dealer in the world for Salad Master, right? And I guess my question to you is, what is your secret to success? Because I mean, you've only been in the business for a few years. So, how did you manage to bring your business to that level? I mean, you would probably want to share with us some tips and some habits that you've probably applied in your life.
Huh, really?
Are you ready for that question? Guys, see, I told you
Ah,
she's too
you're
modest,
starting to
right?
get in a
It
very
would.
thoughtful mode. So, Becca, okay. So the thing really connect is there seems to be no secret to success.
Okay.
Um, now more than ever, all the help that you need is out there. The ebooks, books, self-help books, online training, online courses, the tools that you need to succeed in whatever venture you put
Mm-hmm.
yourself in is out there. um, we have the ability to study success every day.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would rather share are my personal thoughts on this. And I think Maya Angelou said it
Mm-hmm.
best. And
Mm-hmm.
she said, I believe that the most important single thing
Mm-hmm.
beyond discipline and hard work is creativity and daring yourself to dare. So,
Mm-hmm.
discipline, creativity, and daring yourself to dare. I will not
Wow.
deal on those yet. So probably, that would unravel as
Mm-hmm.
we was go along with this conversation.
Oh, wow. Well, you mentioned creativity, Tina, and I personally have seen that. I've witnessed that with how you manage to pivot your business in times of crisis and challenges. And yes, we do look forward to hearing from you how you manage to do that. Okay, so guys, if you have questions for Tina, please feel free to comment on the comment section, and we'll be happy to address them. Okay, well, Tina, some of the entrepreneurs' challenges these days, especially women, okay, because I've been doing a lot of consulting work for different organizations. And when I meet with women, they always say that they get distracted. They get distracted a lot, given that they have multiple roles in life. They have the role of a mother, the role of a father. Sorry, not the father. Well, for single parents, yes, mother and father. But yeah, so they're a mother, they're a wife, they're a daughter, and they have other roles to play. So, what about you? How do you handle distractions or difficult days, if you ever get any?
Well, I do it a lot. I do encounter them a lot every single day. So,
Okay.
okay, let's talk about distraction first. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I personally allow myself to be distracted. And I think we all have to do that to ourselves. We have to be kinder to ourselves and allow ourselves to handle distraction. I am quite permissive about distraction, especially if, it's a lambing from my son, cuddle, bedtime
Yeah.
stories. Oh, I love that. That's a very good distraction, shopping, yeah. House, yeah,
I've witnessed that
yeah.
as well.
My eyes just brighten up. So I love distraction and I welcome it. I think the important thing really about distraction is for us to recognize that it is a distraction. So when we recognize that right now I'm getting distracted in a nice way, in a way that I permit, so that allows us to pivot back and refocus to where we left off. The
Okay.
problem about distraction is when we don't recognize it as it is, and we just go on it on an uncontrolled manner. And before we know it, we were already caught in the trap that we couldn't get out of. So
Right.
that's when distraction becomes counterproductive.
Right.
No?
Right.
So, with your second question, you asked me about how do I handle difficulties.
Or difficult days. I mean, I'm sure you have a lot of those as well.
Yeah, so Jeanette, when it's difficult, then it's
It's
difficult.
difficult. Yeah. It is what it is.
So you roll with it.
Yeah.
Cry if you have to. Scream, get mad,
Right.
curse, magmura
Yeah.
ka po, have a big plan, and allow that moment to pass because it will pass. It's not naman every day, no, that you have a fight with your husband. It's not every day that your son does something crazy. It's not every day that your boss bitches around. It's not every day that your online order gets delayed. It's not every day your credit card gets charged,
Yeah.
overcharged. So allow those things to pass. But very important difficult days,
Yeah.
those are the days that you have to wallow in, but at the same time you process it, and and you navigate that, but at the same time finding out who you become in that.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
What?
I read it somewhere,
Yeah.
a boss lady,
Yeah.
and there's a boss lady in each of us.
Yeah.
A boss lady never loses. Like, she wins or she learns. So,
Yeah.
so that's my takeaway on difficult things. Learn,
Okay. Yeah.
wallow, wallow in it, cherish it, but then you just learn from it.
Yeah.
You
So
make-
what you're saying, what you're saying here, Tina, is just take things as they are, look at them as they are, embrace them, and allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling and not deny it or not hide it under the sheets or just shrug it off.
You can
But
hide it
rather,
under the sheets.
sorry.
You can hide it under the sheets. That's what I do. Like,
Okay. Do you?
bad.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, because what you're saying here is quite powerful that, people can actually apply this in their lives, when they just see things as they are and not try to get lost in their own thoughts. Sometimes it's our thoughts that cause the difficulties. It's not really the circumstances, right? It's the thoughts, our impression or our interpretation of these circumstances that make it difficult for us. So yeah, okay. But do you even get to, because a lot of people are not able to bounce back, if that makes sense. Yes, they face it, they wallow, they get into it, but they're not able to bounce back. And they start ranting and complaining and blaming and getting down, to that place where they blame themselves. How do you just get out of that or snap out of it? Because again, not everybody's like you. Let's face it. Okay, you're a unique species in this world. So
No, no, no.
right.
I kind of disagree to that. I think
Mm.
our natural, hindi ba yun? I'm not a psychologist or whatever. I think
No,
our
no. I
natural tendency
sorry.
is to
No,
get out of a bad situation, isn't it? Hindi ba?
it is the ideal, action that a person can take, but not everybody's like that. See, a
Talaga.
lot of people stay in a place where they blame everybody. They blame their husband, they blame the government, they blame their team, they blame themselves, and they're never able to get out of that. But it's so funny because as I ask you now, that kind of mentality doesn't even exist for you. I mean, come on, amazing. So guys, that's
No,
the answer.
no,
That's
talaga.
the answer.
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
No,
fantastic.
it shouldn't.
Okay.
Shouldn't.
So you don't allow that to
No,
even occupy your brain, right?
no. As I
There you
said,
have
you
it,
allow,
everyone. So,
did I you allow difficult things to happen?
mhm.
As I said,
Yeah,
you cry, you scream, and then
yeah,
you get out of it. You
right,
know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
There's, alam mo, no drama talaga. That's
Hmm.
a philosophy pala that I
Yeah.
have with the
Hmm.
people that I work with everybody. It's really no drama.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's bad right now. Will it get better? Yes. Will we
Hmm.
get better? Yes. We'll
Yeah.
fix it and we'll get out of it. That's simple.
Hmm. Right. So that's your mental programming. So, guys, if you are wanting to get into that kind of mentality, just like a computer, we got to program it somehow, right? In a certain way, if you want it to deliver certain results. If you want to create something in your life, you got to first program your mind so that it will deliver results the way you want the way you want your mind to. Does that make sense, Tina? Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
mental programming,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I like it when you said
And
that,
your terms,
you
but
know. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Wow. So, guys, again, Tina, we have some comments here. Can we just read them? Okay.
be nice, guys.
Yeah, I know. We have a lot, actually. Okay. So, Melissa Galura, also from Winnipeg, says, two powerful and inspiring ladies. Thank you, Melissa. Lorna Banyaga is watching from Singapore, and she says, hello, Coach Tinette. Good morning. Hi, Lorna. Jen Dissette, is that correct? Hello, Tina. You go, girl. Sandy says, hi, Tinette. I'm here in Laguna, Philippines. Thanks for watching, Sandy. Grace Pangilinan says, hi, Tina Bailon. And of course, Janet Bailon says, proud cousin here. And yeah, we have Sharon as well saying, gorgeous, my sister-in-law. Wow, you've got so many fans, Tina. Nilda Hufana from where's Ning based again?
Calgary.
Calgary, yes. Hi Ning. She says both beautiful inside and out. Lim Shi says hi Tanet, beautiful ladies. My God, we're gonna have like half an hour just reading the comments.
No.
And then of course Printina Gucci says beautiful and inspirational Madame Tina. Juliet says gorgeous woman Tanet and Tina Lindres. Wow. Alvin Torres says both gorgeous. Guys, thank you so much for all the kind words. We're gonna get back to all the other comments after some of my questions because I prepared a bunch of questions for Tina. I don't want you guys to miss this because it's so important. Now, Tina, this is one of my favorite topics with you. Are you ready for this? Because like back in the
And
day,
Tinette,
yeah, back in the day, we used to talk a lot about fashion. I mean, I know how you shop. I know the best boutiques that you've been conquering. So I guess my question to you is, why is dressing for success important to you? Because every time I see you, I am not quite sure what I'm gonna focus on, your business or your fashion sense. I mean, it's just amazing. I love your taste. I love the way you dress. I love how you put everything together so elegantly, and you know what I mean. So
gosh, Tinette,
am I
you're
putting you on the spot?
blushing. I'm blushing.
Go blush away.
Oh, okay. So this is fashion talk now, and
Yes.
I love this.
Uh-huh. Of course, and I love it.
Words can relate to us on this matter. But alam mo, I think, alam mo, Tinette, when I was growing up, and I was always a plus size, or
Mm.
I don't know the politically correct word anyway anymore. I think
Mm-hmm.
curvy sized or whatever.
Voluptuous.
Oh, voluptuous, or yeah, curvy or whatever. So for Tinette,
Mhm.
the choices are very very limited. Alam mo
Mhm.
yun? Like
Mhm. Yeah.
you go to a shop and you get out of it crying almost in tears because
Mhm.
get anything. But I
Yeah.
think now the fashion industry has evolved. Even high-end designers have come to recognize that fashion comes
Mhm.
in different sizes and shapes and
Right.
different
Mhm.
color. So it
Yeah.
just became more inclusive, and now there's just a lot more choices.
Mhm.
Alam mo, to us.
Right. Mhm.
Talking about dressing for success, my goodness, Tinat, the last few months, I've been on sneakers, the
Mhm.
track suits. It's all about comfort.
Yeah, I actually see you in Balenciaga slippers, Hermes
yeah,
PJs,
yeah, yeah.
Gucci
Um,
handkerchiefs, and I mean, it's just crazy. It's
yeah, but
insane.
it's just, no, it's just, fashion has evolved even in COVID. Alam mo, I was at Chanel, I think
Mhm.
a couple of weeks ago, and I was trying on their, a ballet shoes. It's flat,
Mhm. Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
ballet shoes, and it killed my feet. Like I
Really?
can't wear them anymore. They're just so
Oh wow.
hard. Tapos the
Mm.
sales lady was looking at me kind of bewildered. She didn't know if I was just making an excuse because I really was not buying. She's like,
Yeah.
they're comfortable. And I said,
Mhm.
oh, they're tough. So
Mm.
so I'm now back to Yeezys and
Mhm.
sneakers. And the
Yeah.
great thing about it is you can already dress your way up in sneakers and a nice dress at the back.
Yeah. Mhm. You
So
just put them all together so well.
uh,
I
uh,
mean, that's quite rare. I mean, for me, I'm quite picky with fashion as well. And I can easily spot somebody who dresses well and is very classy, and you're just that.
thank you.
So yeah, and I think a lot of, yeah, I mean, and it's so funny because it's not like you're all Chanel, you know what I mean, or all Gucci's or all LVs. You're able to mix and match so tastefully.
Thank
Would you care to share a little bit of some tips that probably our lady viewers might want to learn from you?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Maybe
Now
we'll need eight
I'm a
hours for
fashion
this.
guru. Oh
Fashion
my
guru.
goodness. My role just got expanded here. So, okay. So, for example, if you're in doubt, as I am in doubt all the time on what to wear, come on.
Mhm.
There's Instagram, there's Pinterest.
Mhm.
You can get a
Mhm.
lot of inspiration from there. So you can do that. But what is
Mhm.
important in that is really to find a style that's authentic to you. Alam mo yun?
Yeah. Mhm. Right.
You're not trying to be somebody.
Mhm.
You're not just copying. You are copying somebody, but putting in your authentic self to the
Yeah.
dress or to that
Yeah.
appearance. Because
Mhm.
our fashion sense actually speaks volume of who we are and really
Yeah.
what we're made of. So,
Mhm.
for example, a classic jeans, a
Mhm.
nice top, a bold jewelry, red
Mhm.
lipstick, high heels. Oh, that's already, a
So
diva
fashionable.
actually pull
Exactly.
off. We're just talking
Mhm.
earlier of sneakers. They could be battered sneakers, just dressed.
Mhm.
There's this. What's this brand? Canada? No, no, not Golden Goose. They make
Mhm.
really bad looking sneakers, ugly ones, and then everybody just wears it.
Oops.
it Fashion is weird these days.
Mhm.
Ito to net. This is
Yeah.
something I kind of find unforgiving.
Okay.
Uh, Teka, I don't know what's best to describe this, but I am quite shaken a little bit when I
Mhm.
see people going logomanic. Alam mo yon? Like,
Logo manic.
like
Yes, I know what you mean.
Vuitton from head to toe, Burberry
Yeah.
from head to toe, screaming Chanel
Mhm.
from head to toe.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
I get a fashion overdose when
Yeah. Mhm.
that. So I own a lot of bold pieces. I mean, this bush
Mm.
is bold, but you try
Mhm.
um
Yeah.
it against muted colors, solid
Mm.
colors.
Yeah.
So there's a contrast, but it doesn't clash in
Mhm.
a very alam mo yun, in a way that's hurtful, hurtful
Yeah.
to the eye
Offensive.
or to a taste. So yeah,
Yeah.
just be
Mhm.
you can be bold about
Mhm.
your fashion,
Yeah.
but don't just overdo it. Don't do an
Yeah.
overkill because it's
Mhm.
it's a little bit of a turn off when that happens. And my
Yeah.
girls, it's just
That's lovely. I love it.
yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. I promise to you. Okay.
I
So
like what you said that
if your
mm,
purse, Tinat, is your main accessory, then live
mhm.
it at just that. Sige, mag Louis
Yeah.
Vuitton purse ka. But then,
Mhm.
for me, that's good.
Mhm.
Tama na yun.
Yeah.
You cannot,
Don't match it with an LV belt, LV shoes, LV jewelry. It's like LV replaced you already. They can't
sure.
see the person anymore. They could only see
Mhm.
LV. Yeah. Okay. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Somebody says here, Sweet Dia says, Ate Tita Bailon shops crazy and so classy. Well, I agree. Crazy and
That's
classy.
crazy.
Absolutely. Oh,
I
come
just,
on. We were in Vancouver together, and you know that, right? You know
some
the
of
stores.
those I won.
Oh, come on. I'm going to keep my mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, what else about fashion? Guys, if you have questions about fashion, please, please,
Ano
please,
mo,
please.
sige,
No,
while
because,
they're answering, Tinat, there's so much body
oh,
shaming going
yeah.
on in the world
No,
right
that's true.
now already. And
Mm-hmm.
I've had my share of being body shamed.
Really?
And this is with you. Tinat and I remember
Oh,
when
yeah. Oh, my
plan.
Yes, yes, please, 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 please.
No, so I'll just
Oh
what's this?
my
I'll
God,
just
yeah.
tell the viewers. So Tinat
We
and
were
I
in high school or
remember,
in,
yeah,
yeah.
we're in at 7-Eleven in Katipunan, we're buying booze. And then, ewan ko, I was at the counter and we were both wearing like, I don't, pambahay. So we're wearing formal pajamas or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then, so there's this couple of guys who looked at me and said, like,
Mm,
she's fat.
yeah. Right.
In Tagalog, ang taba ng babae, right?
Mm,
That's what
yeah.
they. And I stood there. I was a little bit frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So when we went out of the
Mm-hmm.
store, I told your brother, I told Glenn that,
Mm-hmm.
I know Glenn asked me, like,
Yeah.
what did that guy just say to you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what's this? I said this. And, he went
Yeah.
back and almost picked a fight. And when he
Yeah.
had back to the car, I think he was driving a Volvo or a really nice car, a flash.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
those guys threw rocks.
Big rock. Yeah, I know. And
The car.
and and he missed us by like half an inch or
Drove
something
to a
because my
glass
brother was driving so fast. Yeah.
right.
Oh
But
my. Yeah.
Tinat, Glenn was so mad.
He was.
I
Yeah.
wasn't. Alam mo yon?
I know.
Kasi for me, I'm
Yeah.
used for drunk people. Alam mo yon?
Yeah.
Drunk people,
Right.
they're probably not educated even. They don't know anything
Mm-hmm.
about me.
Yeah.
And that has always been what I think
Mm-hmm.
who I am. I
Yeah.
never get
Nice.
I never get the opinion of others define who you are.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun?
Amazing.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
I grew up
Mm-hmm.
quite confidently through all my struggles
Mm-hmm.
with love.
Yeah. No, I
So
clearly remember that incident, Tina, and you were so calm.
I
You
was.
didn't it didn't even affect you. But
It didn't.
yeah, it was my brother who was so upset. I remember.
Yeah, and we
So
were only 15 or 16
yeah.
at the time.
Yeah, we were in high school. I clearly
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I love your confidence. I'm sure a lot of ladies out there are very inspired because, these days, especially the younger generation, they get so worried about how they look, and they're not able to embrace their imperfections, and people don't like to be judged. And I think your message here is really, really good, for women out there who might not have the same level of confidence and calmness as well, because you're just amazing how you have developed such a mentality, and yes, so definitely I know our topic is about fashion, but it's more than just clothes, but really loving, yourself and caring for yourself, respecting yourself. I think this is the most powerful and effective way to present yourself out there. If you're confident, if you love yourself, and if you treat yourself well, then that will also reflect on how you present yourself to the public. Is that
It
right, Tina? Yeah.
shows. It shows. It shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does
Mm-hmm.
show.
Yeah.
Without you knowing it, like if you're lacking in that confidence, if you're feeling insecure about things, it shows. And a
Yeah.
developing confidence is not, you know, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't happen overnight,
Yeah.
correct? Just as I
Right.
said, I was subjected to body shaming growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. True.
it probably, see, this is way too far back that I already quite forgotten
Yeah.
how I navigated through that. All I
Mm-hmm.
remember was a lot of love from my parents, a lot of reassurance from my
Mm-hmm.
parents and from everybody, and me
Mm-hmm.
also, growing up, finding who am I, right? And I, I just kind of defined myself
Mm-hmm.
despite my imperfections.
Great. That's amazing. Amazing advice. Thank you for that, Tina. In fact, we're getting a lot of comments here. Um, Jen says, great advice, Tina. And Mirna Almaran is watching from Singapore. Hello, Mirna. And yeah, we also have Ate Rosa, Eugenio. She's watching right now. Hi, Ate Rosa. Tina is a driver, she says. Melissa says, that's what I love about Ate Tina. She's able to block distractions and drama, something we have to learn. Jen says, also, I'm very impressed, Tina. Great job. And Marwena Gamboa says, hello from Vancouver. Hi, Miss Wang. And Carmela Pasis says, great job. And Sweetie Diaz says, I agree, Tinette Cortez. And Mary, my friend, says, I love the topic now, says it's about fashion. So yes, Tina, that's amazing. And I hope that all our viewers are picking up a lot of lessons from our conversation today. Okay, so aside from fashion, Tina, a lot of women or entrepreneurs are probably wanting to learn from you on how you stay in control of your finances. When it comes to financial literacy, we have a lot of gurus out there who are making themselves present online. But I feel that sometimes they're too theoretical when they're teaching people. But with you, it's like you probably didn't even expect me to ask this question, but you're a living example.
I do.
Am I putting you on the spot? Am I surprising you with all these questions?
Kanina pa? You've been doing it quite kanina pa.
Okay. Well, because this is an issue. I think it's a universal issue that people have. It's either they worry about their health, their relationships, or their finances, right? I mean, I think these are the top three things that people usually worry about every single day. and of course spirituality. But I think that will have to be in a separate session. But today, I think finances, people need to learn how to stay in control, because sometimes we become the master, instead of becoming the master of money, sometimes we become the slave of money. So what do you have to say about this?
That's not a question.
Why? It's a Miss Universe
You know,
question.
how do I wish there's a magic pill, no, to swallow, and then you swallow that, and
Mm-hmm.
we're all just rich,
Mm-hmm.
right away. Unfortunately, the reality is there is no magic pill. Uh,
Okay.
I'm okay, so I'm
Okay,
for.
let's make it simple for you, if that's okay. I'm gonna make the question simple for you to answer. So if you were to start from zero, let's say you really have nothing in the bank, right? You don't have a job, you don't have a business, you don't have savings, nothing, and you don't have anybody to borrow money from. What would you do?
Okay,
Given that you only have your mindset, your
yeah,
mentality,
yeah,
what would you do?
that's a good question. Because the first thing that I would do, talagang, this is a Miss
Mhm.
Universe conversation.
Answer.
So, the first, if I were in that situation, the
Yeah.
first thing that I would do is ask myself the right questions.
Mm-hmm.
What will I do to get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
What do I have in myself, in my power, that I could use to get out
Mm-hmm.
of it?
Okay.
Guess what? Your brain will Google you the answers. Here is Tina. Here is how you get out of it. Step
Mm-hmm.
one, step two, step three. I think that's how we are wired. So we
Mm-hmm.
ask ourselves the right questions, because in
Mm-hmm.
so doing, that would lead us to the right answers. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's as simple as that. When
That's
you,
great.
when you have nothing to lose and
Mm-hmm.
everything to gain,
Mm-hmm.
start asking yourself the right questions, and you will be surprised. You will be
Mm-hmm.
surprised at the answers that will come out of you.
Right. Wow, that's really, really great tip. So again, it goes back to your brain, to your head, to your mindset. Because, and I like the way you said it, that you need to ask the right questions, because if you ask the wrong questions, then they're going to lead you to answers that you might not like,
and
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 and to results that you would not like
and
as
they're
well.
not helpful to
Yeah.
you, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
So I
Wow,
think
that's
yeah,
great.
yeah, I think we're talking of finances, and I don't believe that every all of us should aspire to be
Hmm.
filthy rich.
Yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
I for one don't aspire for it, but
Hmm.
I think we can achieve a life that affords us a lot of flexibility of choices.
Yeah.
Yeah? So
You have
flexibility
options.
of choices, options.
Hmm.
For example, you want to buy something and you don't have to scratch your already maxed out credit card. Alam mo yan?
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, you have a sick relative in
Mm.
the Philippines or wherever. You don't
Yeah.
need to start a GoFundMe page to be able
Mhm.
to sustain the medical
Mhm.
expenses. Do you want to
Yeah.
travel first class or economy? Economy, you
Mhm.
have a choice. You want to
Yeah.
send your kids to a private school
Mhm.
or a public school? You have
Mhm.
an option, right? To do whatever it is. But my rule in also, I think a lot of us are saddled in loans. And
Yeah. Mm.
years, I don't know where I learned this. Um,
Mhm.
so my rule in taking up big loans is first to really make sure that I am able to pay off those loans. I saved up enough money
Mhm.
to be able to pay off those loans
Mhm.
um, within no, no, okay, so I must make sure that I have funds to cover
Mm-hmm.
payment for those loans in the next 6 months, just in case
Okay.
all my sources of income just close down right now.
Right.
Alam mo ba? So
Okay. So
that's
you
my
have a 6 month buffer, like a six
so
month buffer.
whatever.
Yeah.
No, this
Mm-hmm.
applies to big purchases like a
Mm-hmm.
house or
Yeah.
a car or a building or
Mm-hmm.
whatever like that.
Yeah.
So that will buy you some peace of mind. Alam mo yan, na,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so
Yeah.
if another COVID happens or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you're a
Mm-hmm.
little bit uh, secure at the very or not really secure, but you have that, buffer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Right.
So,
Okay.
pero ako, if it's an added debt, alam mo yun, if it's an added debt that I don't see any viable means of
Mm-hmm.
return, then I
Yeah.
really, really think hard
Yeah.
about taking that decision. So in
Yeah.
essence, uh, I feel that you have to accumulate enough funds, alam mo yun,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
6 month duration to sustain you and your family and all your
Mm-hmm.
obligations without having
Yeah.
to worry. So I think that's
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
say or I'm a little bit more comfortable. But
Yeah.
we're not at that point yet. You know,
Mm-hmm.
most of us are not. Do
Yeah.
not worry. Do not worry. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
do not worry. But hearing what you just heard from me, start
Mm-hmm.
acting on it
Yeah.
right now. So you have this
Right.
chance, you have this
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
start doing that. And
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing again, Kinat,
Yeah.
what if you start asking the right questions, how do I get out of this debt? Or how am
Mm-hmm.
I able to save that? Guess what? You'll be
Mm-hmm.
given the right answers again. Here's what
Yeah.
you do, Tina. Step one,
Mm-hmm.
step two, step three.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
wherever we are, whether we're in the Philippines or in Canada or
Mm-hmm.
wherever we are,
Right.
there's just alam mo yun, parang bottomless source of opportunity
Mm-hmm.
that we can find if we
Yeah.
look for it. Alam mo yun,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, my sister and
Mm-hmm.
her best friend and COVID, they
Mm-hmm.
concocted a baked sushi recipe. Alam
Yeah,
mo?
I saw
And
that.
it's so
Yeah.
good. It's so good. I
Mm-hmm.
love you. And then within a few weeks, they turned it into a what's this? They were selling about $5,000 a month.
Wow.
It's about 200,000 pesos
Mm-hmm.
from making baked sushi,
Big
something
sushi.
that they love, something
Mm-hmm.
that they're passionate about. Alam mo yon, yung ganun, what,
Yes.
maybe they ask themselves the right
Mm-hmm.
questions. What will I do
Right.
with COVID? What are
Mm-hmm.
the opportunities that's available to me? You
Yeah.
know, you know what I
That's
mean?
so important. Yeah.
Oo. Pero here's, alam mo, a lot of people are probably employed with an 8 to
Mm-hmm.
5 hour job. Tama?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And some are working as full-time mothers.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would suggest to women is to really find a side hustle. Side,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So mahilig tayo dyan. So a side hustle. Because somebody said that, what you do after 8 hours is
Mm-hmm.
what makes you rich.
Okay.
Diba? So
Mm-hmm.
what you do during the weekends after your 40-hour shift is what makes you rich. This are
Mm-hmm.
gives you residual income. And when you have
Right.
save it, do not
Mm-hmm.
put it back into your household expense. Save it and then
Mm-hmm.
put it aside for an investment or for emergency.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. Wow, that's fantastic.
Hmm.
That's great advice, Tina. In fact, we
Hmm.
have been getting comments here. Um, okay, so let me just read a couple of them, Tina. Okay, just give me a second. So Remy Ross Luna says, "You look stunningly beautiful at it, Tina, and you as well, Tinette. No to body shaming." Thanks, Remy. And Bing Bling M says, good advice. What will you do to get out of it? Isusulat ko po sa notes ko yan. So they're actually taking down notes. That's great. Nars says, love this. Your mind will Google it for you. And always ask yourself the right question. I love this, says Remy. Okay. Right, Tina, because you were mentioning about people who may be working from 8 to 5. You know, you have your 8-hour job, and then you're going to do a little bit of like a side hustle. And, you know, again, the question here is time management. You know, a lot of women, a lot of ladies out there may probably be thinking, how am I going to manage my time? And I believe that, you know, time and money are very, very important commodities, right? So how do you manage your time so that it works as your best ally? I mean, I'm curious how you work around your 24 hours in a day so that you're able to generate the results that you are currently generating.
Alam mo, Tinat, I'm in a lucky position because I'm I lead a company of women, accomplished women who decided to take the Salad Master business opportunity seriously.
Yeah.
And consider that as a side hustle. Sales consultants of 4 kids, some even 5 in Canada, in North America, without help. Some of them are even going to school after 8 hours, and their children are pretty much healthy, and they still do Salad Masters side hustle. What do you say about that when you think of time management?
Yeah. No excuses.
So there are people that I say that are tremendous time wasters too.
Yeah.
Yung ganon. They'd rather probably watch a telenovela all through the night. Alam mo, after all the chores have been done.
Yeah.
So yung ganon. So all of us are gifted with the same amount of time.
Right.
Tinathy said it. Time is a commodity. It is
Yes.
also a gift. It's
Yes.
a God-given gift. We should, that we should take care of.
We need to know its value.
Yeah, from a practical side, that's what I'm going to say. Find what your time is worth. Is it $15 an hour? Is it $20 an hour? Is it $50 per hour?
Yeah.
Be scared to monetize your time. Alam mo ba?
Love
Your
that.
time is your precious commodity. When you think of time, you can think about it in terms of money. Tama? Because when you do that, and as much as you're wise spending your money, you will also be wise spending your time. The problem is when you don't realize how much your time is worth.
Yeah.
Just like anything
Exactly.
else, when you don't realize the value, you tend to cast it away. Like me, we're very busy, right? So the time that I spent with my family is precious time. Yes, I know my time's value. It may be costing me $500, $1,000 per hour, but so be it. This is at the time that I chose to spend with my family. So you always have to kind of think about it if you want to, in terms of how much time is costing you when you just waste it away.
Right. You know, I like what you said, that you need to know the value or what your time's worth. Is it $15 per hour? Is it $500 per hour? Then it's easier for you to manage it, right? And wow, I mean, this is really powerful. So guys, again, if you have questions or comments, please feel free to type in the comment section. And again, Tina, let me just read a couple of comments from our viewers. So Mark Principe says, great morning, coach. Hi, Mark. Thanks for watching. And then good advice to ladies, Taiwo Oho says. And then Karen says, Karen Candilosos is watching from Davao. Hi, Karen. Good to have you. And a lot of them are saying that it's a very interesting topic. So great, Tina. Wow. I mean, you know, sometimes we don't appreciate time because we don't. It's not tangible.
Tama.
Whereas money, you have your bills, you have your checks, you have your credit card. You're able to immediately put some value to it. But time, we just feel like, okay, what am I going to do now? You know, it's nothing that it's not something that you can touch or feel, and that's why we tend to waste it. So guys, again, a tip from Tina here is that you got to know what your time is worth. Okay, and I think the easiest way to do that is to block an hour a day. You know, like, okay, this hour costs this much, and then that's what I'm going to do in that hour. Am I just going to lie down and watch TV and all that? Wow, great advice, Tina. Okay, so now, Tina, again with time, you have
Uh-huh.
only 24 hours. How are you able to balance family and business?
Don't even think about it.
Well,
Don't even think about it. Because, Tinette,
mhm.
seriously,
Yeah,
I
seriously.
don't think there's a perfect, evenly scaled
Mm-hmm.
work-life balance. Alam mo
Yeah.
yan?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're starting a family, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're eyeing a promotion, you're building your way up in the corporate ladder,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then you're also saddled with responsibilities as a new mom, as a new,
Mm-hmm.
as a wife,
Mm-hmm.
or anything happens that it's very hard to really
Mm-hmm.
have a perfectly scaled balance.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But I think what we should really accept, the
Mm-hmm.
reality is we
Yeah.
have to make some sacrifices.
Okay.
So
Mm.
you have to make some sacrifices. And yes,
Mm-hmm.
admittedly, especially for career women like us,
Yeah.
times you will have to sacrifice your family life,
Okay.
family time. That's a given. Let's
Mm-hmm.
not make any pretenses about it.
Yeah.
And then being a mother and a wife,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
are the most important role that you play in your life, you will
Mm-hmm.
have to sacrifice those promotions. You
Mm-hmm.
have to sacrifice the time off work to devote time to your family,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what choice you make. Because in the end, you will have to choose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Choose what your priorities are,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what you choose. It's
Mm-hmm.
important, Tina,
Mm-hmm.
that you recognize that this is a sacrifice that you're making, and
Mm-hmm.
recognize what is it for. It,
Yeah. Right. You got to know the purpose.
yeah, because when you know what is it for, it's
Mm-hmm.
easier to explain it to yourself and to explain to people affected by your decisions why you are
Mm-hmm.
making this sacrifice.
Yeah. Right.
Are you taking time off away from your family life, or like, are you missing out on
Mm-hmm.
your children's bedtime because you're
Mm-hmm.
a frontline worker that has to go and work through the night?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
make that sacrifice every day, Tinat.
Yeah.
But is it
Definitely.
bad?
Mm.
No. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're clear why you're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
easier for you to not to be guilty,
Mm-hmm.
able to explain that to your family. And
Yeah.
guess what? When you do that, your children, young as they may be, will
Mm-hmm.
really understand what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they will
I
even
see
be
that. I
supportive of
see
you.
that a lot. Yeah.
Diba? For
Yeah.
example, oh, you're a single mom tonight. I'm sure
Yes.
as you went through schools abroad, you have to
Mm.
leave Sophia behind.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you
Mm-hmm.
make those
It's not
sacrifices
easy.
from
Mm-mm.
her. Not easy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
must it be done? Absolutely. But
Yes.
you
Mm-hmm.
explained it to her, and she was,
True.
she understands.
Yeah. You
So I think
understand.
ganun lang. I think that's
Yeah.
just, when we were new in Salad Master and Kristen was still 1 or 2 year old,
Mm-hmm.
alam mo, I would sit in a meeting with corporate executives while I was making Kristen sleep in my arms.
Oh, bless you.
Swinging him. Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I
that's
was
so
swinging him,
sweet.
and people understood, right? That
Yeah.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
this wailing, crying baby is a destruction, but it's a necessary destruction to
Yeah.
them. And so they
Yeah.
were respectful about it. So get
That's
on.
great.
You have to, try to
Mm-hmm.
balance. Well, you can try. I've tried,
Mm.
and I didn't. I don't know whether
Mm.
I was able to do it well. Pero ganon lang. In
Yeah.
everything that I do, whether a weekend off away from my son due to travel, I try to explain to him why must I be away? Why is this
Yeah.
important to me? And vice versa.
Mm.
When I have
Yeah.
to tutor my son, my staff has to leave us to be quiet and not bug me with phone calls because they
Mm-hmm.
it's tutor time,
Mm-hmm.
mommy,
Yeah.
those kind of things. So
Nice. Wow, that's great tip. I love your story about having Kristen in your arms during a meeting with some clients. That's fantastic. It's so
oo,
inspiring. It's
because
so
it's something
inspiring.
dito sa North America.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's not easy because you don't have help. You don't have household help there. Okay, right. So Tina, you obviously you've been leading your company for a few years now, and I've always, believed that leaders also go through again tough times in terms of because as a leader, people look up to you, people draw strength from you, people come to you for advice or counsel. And what about you? I mean, where do you get your strength from as a leader? If your tank is getting empty, how do you fill it up again?
Tinat, I'm again, I cannot overemphasize this. I am in a very blessed position, and I
Mm-hmm.
totally
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that.
Nice.
People, like in my team, I have a very big salad master team in Canada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People think you go around inspiring other people,
Mm-hmm.
giving all this big talks and
Yeah.
everything. But the truth about it is,
Mm-hmm.
you actually get inspiration from them.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Nice.
what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I get my strength from the people around me, from the people that I work with, because every day there's a hero that comes out, there's a heroine
Mm-hmm.
that comes
Yeah.
out. Ordinary people making extraordinary things happen. Those are
Mm-hmm.
what lights up my candle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are what shines upon me when I feel not so strong. So
Yeah.
when you truly listen, and when you
Mm-hmm.
fully appreciate uh, the talent and skills around you as a leader,
Mm-hmm.
you will get so much more, and you'll
True.
actually grow from
Mm-hmm.
all those experiences. I cannot discount the value of even a 5-minute conversation
Mm-hmm.
with
Yeah.
someone in my team, because I just read from
Mm-hmm.
in the things that are going on. And yeah, those
Yeah.
are Tinat, of course. There's
Mm-hmm.
God, there's
Of
high.
course.
That's
Absolutely. Your source of strength.
that's the ultimate
Absolutely.
source of strength. But
Absolutely. Yeah.
on a daily basis,
Mm-hmm.
someone around you will light up that candle.
And it's
Maybe
very
them or them to you.
and Tina, just to emphasize what you're saying, just to reiterate what you have just said, you are able to recognize this. You're able to recognize the people
Of course.
around you because again, probably when I speak to some employees, let's say in a company, and the number one heartache that they have is that their boss or their leaders don't recognize them. And that's why there's that distorted image of leadership sometimes, that leaders are not empathic or they're not compassionate because they don't recognize their team. Whereas you are telling me now that you draw out your strength from the people around you and of course ultimately from God. But I love that you actually recognize that the people around you or your team actually provide the strength that you need. to just
Oh,
keep going on.
absolutely.
That's
And
great.
a
That's
boss,
really, really great. Yeah.
a boss doesn't have the monopoly of great ideas. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Even great, really, really iconic, successful
Mm-hmm.
individuals right now, they have
Mm-hmm.
the fact that the talent
Mm-hmm.
that come from them, it comes from the people
From
around
the
them.
people around them. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
totally.
Exactly.
But don't get me wrong, Tinat. I've been called names.
Really? No, well,
I'm sure. I mean,
you
I've
can't,
been called names. The
well,
damn
you can't,
Prada or Gucci. Hermes. I've been called names. But that's
yeah.
again, but that's okay, you know. But in the
Yeah.
end, truly,
Mm-hmm.
there's so much talent going around. There's so much
Mm-hmm.
strength and passion going around
Yeah.
it. You will
Right.
never run out of it. You'll never run out of inspiration.
Mm-hmm. That's good. All right. Wow. Thanks for that, Tina. We have a question from Kit. Hi, Kit. Oh, it's Kit Santiago watching from Calgary also.
Yes,
She says,
yes.
"Hi, Tina. Another Miss Universe question for Tina. How do you define a life well lived?" This is a
Oh,
great question.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you define? Then I forgot. I think it's a cliche, but
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of it,
Yeah.
at the end of it, it's not really about the wealth that you accumulated
Mm-hmm.
of the lives that you've impacted along the way. And I'm
Exactly.
sure I can't see her message,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure it's in the past tense. Is it?
How do you define a life well lived?
It's in the past tense. And Kit, I don't want it in the past tense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I want it in the now.
So how do you define how do you how do you live life well?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that a better way of putting
I
that question?
agree.
How do you live life well
Yeah, I
in the
want it
now, in the
in the
present, like
now. Into
in the
what
here
you
and
can do,
now?
into what you can do,
I love it. I
into
love that.
impact that you can
Mm.
visibly see and
Mm-hmm.
feel
Right in
in
front of you.
decisions that you
Mm.
make.
Yeah.
So I don't know what life would be after you've lived it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? But
Yeah.
what I know is the life that's here in front of us.
Yeah.
How
Mm-hmm.
are we coping with it? How are we
Mm-hmm.
impacting others? How are we progressing? Are we progressing well, or are we that progressing? You know, those are
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
more. I
Yeah.
think those are what bothers me, or
Mm-hmm.
those are what the questions that I often ask myself.
Yeah. Okay. Tina, this the question of Kit actually have follow-up questions. So let me just go through them real quick and feel free to answer them.
Ano pa
Uh,
talaga, ha?
yeah, thanks for that great question, Kit. I think that's a brilliant one.
That's
So
my ninang.
sorry?
That's Kit is my ninang. Kit is where you stayed with in
Yay!
Calgary. Tinap, Kit.
Of course, we stayed with Kit.
Okay, okay.
Yes, and yeah. Okay. Well, Karen from Davao says, great advice, Ma'am Tina and Ma'am Tinette. But how do you deal with difficult people as a leader? So that's one question, and the other one is from Ruben Calazan. Are you living the life of your dreams? So there are two questions there. So maybe you'd like to start off with Karen's question about dealing with difficult people as a leader.
Okay. So I do. Oh yeah, I deal with them every day. They are the best to have. Alam
The
mo,
best
the
teachers, yeah.
difficult people that you work with,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when they turn to become your ally,
Mm,
best people to have in your corner.
I
You know,
agree.
those people who sings you praises, who give you platitudes, they're
Mm-hmm.
they're okay. They're good
Mm-hmm.
morale booster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the difficult people are the ones that you would like to pay attention to. So
Yeah.
how do I deal with difficult people is that what made them difficult? Alam mo yun,
Mm-hmm.
you have to kind of navigate from the left to the right, from top to
Mm-hmm.
bottom of the horizon,
Yeah.
and figure out what makes this person difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Is it you as a leader? Is it the environment that you stack?
Mm-hmm.
Is it them as a person, or is it an
Mm-hmm.
experience? So, you know, if you want to be, I think, a truly empathic leader, you have to
Mm-hmm.
be patient. Alam mo yan?
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
have to be patient to go through this process of thinking through and seeing
Mm-hmm.
beyond the surface of that difficulty. You understand?
Right. So
Tina?
it's not just labeling them as
Yeah,
such, but
no, no, no.
rather
Figure out
diving into it. Yeah, diving into
what
it,
made
figuring
them
it out,
different.
going through the process so that you're able to navigate your way through it, and that you're able to convert them if possible, and if needed, you can convert them, because if they're part of your team, you can't just fire them, right? So you can just convert them as your allies.
Tinat, because once you
Makes
have,
sense?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
once you truly understand what makes them difficult, and you
Mm-hmm.
start having heartfelt, honest, brave, you know, conversation
Yeah.
with them,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the truth will unravel, the
Yeah.
solutions in that difficulty will unravel, and then you ask
Mm-hmm.
them the right questions, right? How
That's
do we
true.
do this? How do we make this easy for you? And guess what? The real answers would
Mm-hmm. Will
come up.
just come out. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Great. So I hope Karen, Tina was able to answer your question. And what about Ruben's question, Tina? He says, "Are you living the life of your dreams?" Or
At the
maybe you
moment,
should. Yeah. Yeah.
at the
Because we're
moment,
gonna be
yes. At
great.
the
Great.
moment, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this so many times.
Mm-hmm.
I am in a blessed position. Could
Mm-hmm.
things be better? Could I
Mm-hmm.
be wealthier? Could I be more successful? Could I? The possibilities are endless, right?
Yeah.
Possibilities
Mm-hmm.
are endless. But if we speak of now, I'm in a blessed position, and
Yeah.
I'm happy with
Yeah.
how things are turning out. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
happy around my family.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Great. Okay. So thank you for that question, Ruben. Okay, Tina, so let's get on with, just briefly. I mean, everybody's going through, anxiety these days because of COVID. How did you respond to COVID and in terms of your business? I mean, how did you pivot it in a way that it's worked to your advantage?
Tinat, initially,
Mm-hmm.
it was fear of the unknown, diba? It
Yeah,
just
of course.
gripped all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And for 1 second, you know, the world stopped dead on their tracks, diba?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But again, alam mo kasi, this kind of loops into what I said earlier about
Mm-hmm.
how I handle difficult days.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
get out
Yeah.
of, alam mo yon, I
Yeah.
get out of that zone. So the
Mm-hmm.
very first day that they declared a lockdown here in
Mm-hmm.
Winnipeg and across Canada, like everybody was gripped with fear and uncertainty, and
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask myself the right question.
Mm. Yeah.
Paulit ako but I hope this is a solid takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, how do we get out of this?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a 20, you know, I went on 24 hours without sleep, Tinat. I have to tell you that.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
my business is so important to me.
Mm-hmm.
My dealership is so important to me. I
Mm-hmm.
have families that
Yeah.
depend on me. Alam mo yon?
Wow. Yeah.
I,
Of course.
and it's not just my family, but I have people around me
Yeah.
who
Mm-hmm.
depends. I can't get this wrong. Alam mo yung ganon?
Mm-hmm.
You,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and if you get it wrong, at
I
least you
love that.
try to do the right thing. So,
Yeah.
I went through the process of thinking, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad for that because I'm also I'm voracious with reading, and
Mm-hmm.
I observe cross
Mm-hmm.
industries practices. and it just jumped out of me. Everybody's going
Yeah,
has
that's
gone
true. Yeah,
virtual.
I know.
It's
I mean,
time
it's just
that
insane.
we take,
Yeah.
that we
Mm,
take it virtual. Tinat,
exactly.
it's wild. Alam mo kung ba, you know why?
It's
Because
yeah. Hmm.
the way Salad Master does it, we have to go to a house of a
Do
guest,
the cooking show.
cooking show, a 4 course or even
Oh my
five
god.
course
Mm-hmm.
delicious meal.
Mm-hmm.
Let them really taste it, etc.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the
And
tradition.
meet you
Yeah,
face to face.
and
This is
have
so
that
important.
personal
Yeah. Mhm.
interaction for high ticket item, diba?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we decided, okay, let's take this virtual. Like, huh? Like, yeah, no, like,
It
how do they
shook
think
your world. Yeah.
all those? Did it get resistance? Absolutely. But I
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
told my team this: we have
Yeah.
no choice. We have to do it, and
Yeah.
if it fails, we just have to do it again and do it
Mm-hmm.
again, do it again until it works. And then it worked, and
Nice.
it drove our business to exponential heights. And to
Isn't that
new
amazing? I mean, for how many years the business model of your business has been face to face, going to
7
homes, getting out of the house, doing demonstrations, shaking hands with people, and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, in the snap of a finger, everything changed. And look at you guys. Look at you guys. We have just done that webinar last week, and it's just, for your team. I mean, I know how fast you act because you just contact me and go, Tanet, we got to do something. Please, we need this training here and there. And I'm like, wow, this is the kind of person that really makes things happen. So, wow, amazing, Tina. So, yeah. And so, guys, if you're watching, I hope that you're getting a lot of insights and tips from Tina here because she's really a fighter, isn't she? I mean, she's never going to find any excuse or nor make any excuse. I think that's one of your hashtags, isn't it? Like no
no
excuses.
excuses.
Yeah,
No
I like
excuses.
that. I really like that because it really trains your brain to to become proactive and to find solutions instead of focusing on problems because the
Yeah.
brain loves dwelling on problems, on the negative, and it takes a lot of willpower to you know train your brain to look the other side or the other way, right? So
And
and
Tinette,
yeah.
a good
Mhm.
friend, Chris Voss, he,
Yes.
with his
Chris Voss,
yeah,
yes.
with his book, he
Yeah. Never
extreme
split the difference.
ownership.
Yeah. Did you
Uh,
read his book?
I
Oh,
did,
Chris
that's
is gonna be thrilled. I'm gonna
tell
send him
him.
this.
I
I'm gonna
hope
send him this video so that he
he
can he
that's a
could so that he realizes the impact of his book on you.
yeah. It's
So yeah.
this is bothering me. Forget it. That's a mantra in our among the leaders in our team. Extreme.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Great. He'll be happy with that. He'll be happy to hear that. Okay. Wow, Tina, I can't believe we have been talking for an hour and 15 minutes now. So, okay,
Are,
well,
do we still
we're
have people watching?
we do, yeah, we do. We
Okay.
do have a lot of people watching. So, I guess, well, now that you've been able to work your way around COVID and you still continue to trust Consult Asia. We have been working together for quite some time now. When I came to Canada last year and did the leadership boot camp, I think it was amazing. Of course, I would love to hear from you. I mean, I know we've had a lot of conversations about this, but I'd love to hear from you. What has been the impact of Consult Asia Global's training on you as a leader and of course to your team? I'd love to hear from you.
Oh yes, and I would love to share.
Yes.
That I know you from way, way back. I
Mm-hmm.
can't even believe we're having this conversation right now. Like we're real adults.
I know.
Adults, with do you remember that we both cut our hair very, very short?
Yeah.
We were in Ateneo, I was in St. Paul's, and then we said, sabi mo, so that people will see our faces and not our hair. Alam mo yun? And it was really, really short.
Really short. Yeah. Oh my
So
god.
I think what you bring to the table is unique.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Thank
we
you.
Consult Asia not as a business, but as
Mm.
passion.
Mhm.
Different. It just shines through. You go through sleepless nights trying to figure out what works.
Mhm.
COVID hit, and you're doing exactly the same thing that we did, finding a way, to get this going. And the thing that you do in so far as coaching businesses has no value.
Mm.
It's incapable of being valued because
Mm. Wow.
it's valuable. It's so impactful that you can't put a number or a finger on it. So for you to come up with ideas like this, where let's just go and share. Alam mo,
Mm.
let's just go and share whatever we have. Let's just share our voices to people.
Mhm.
That is truly impactful. So,
Mm.
to that, it is a pleasure to always work with you, to get coaching from you, to get your ideas, just like that, because we're like this, right? I'm not
Yeah.
your other clients, but don't do that to all of your clients. That's too much on you. But with me, please give me some
Mhm.
personality treatment. But I can't wait for Consult Asia Global to be just all over the globe.
Thank
That's where
you.
it's going to be, and that's where it will be.
Thank you. Coming from you, Tina, I do appreciate that. And I'm glad to hear that you and your team have truly benefited from the coaching and the training sessions that we've had face to
Absolutely,
face and even
no doubt.
virtually. I'm
No
so
doubt.
happy. And you know what? I also have to give you the credit for acting on whatever I'm sharing with you guys, because in my training practice, in my consulting and coaching practice, I have been working with so many people, okay? And I'd have this kind of experience where I coach them, I train them, and then they don't do anything after. And then you just feel like, oh wow, it's just like, and I don't know why. Maybe there's something, maybe they faced some distractions in life, I don't know. But with you, immediately after a training, immediately, not even done yet, you're already acting on whatever you learned from my sessions. And I really am very happy and honored to see you and your team grow, with your leadership. So I just had to say that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Thanks to you, Pinat, and thank you
yeah.
to you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much as well, Tina. So let's just wrap this up with my last question for you. And that's, what's the big dream? I mean, you've mentioned earlier that you're already living your dream life, the life of your dreams. But what's the next step? Where are you taking Tina Lindres from here?
Well, I would like to walk to a bigger armoire. So a bigger walk-in closet for sure.
Oh my God.
Well,
Okay.
well, teka, I'm 47 right now. Mm, I have some financial checklists uh, that will hopefully uh, give us, give me and my family financial security.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for sure one thing. Um, my bigger dream is really to just um, find and harness more skills and talents that
Mm-hmm.
are untapped,
Yeah.
and to share with them the opportunity that life has given. Alam mo yon?
Beautiful.
So, in as much as I have been blessed, I truly, and this is without
Mm-hmm.
fear or reservation, I truly would like to pass that, blessing
Mm-hmm.
to others
To others.
through my business, through the things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, and to tie it back to probably what Kit asked earlier, that
Mm-hmm.
is going to be the penultimate, goal.
Yeah.
Like,
And if I may suggest, Tina, you need to write a book. You really do. You have been reading a lot of books all your life. I know that for sure. But you need to write a book. You know why? Because I know that you have such a valuable message to share with others. You have such a a big heart, an amazing mind, and a, a life-changing message. You're living a life that's a real inspiration to many. So and that's my dream for you, that you'd write a book,
Let's do
whether
that.
it be, yeah, whether it be, uplifting people's lives and, helping entrepreneurs become more successful in their ventures, or just purely decision making strategies. I would love to read that book. And please don't forget the fashion part, okay? You need to have a chapter there purely for fashion. So, okay, well, all right. We have so many comments and we would love to go through them one by one. But guys, we're really running out of time. But there's one here from Kit Llamas, my friend. Go to Nat Cortez. Let's cut our hair so people can see our faces. She loved that story. Kit,
We did
yeah,
that.
that's so true. We did that when
17 or 18 when we did that.
yes, we were in we were
And
in
when I
university.
saw you, you were also like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and I love that you actually just went on with it, with no inhibitions. And she says, even at such a young age, the wisdom, take out the form and see the essence. So refreshing to see friendships and business bloom together. Oh, Kit, thank you. Kit is also a friend of mine from university. We went to university together, and she's also a very, very good coach. And yeah, thanks for watching, Kit. So, and to everyone, Tina, who have been watching us from from an hour and a half ago, and thank you for all the comments, the questions. We don't have much time to read everything, all the highs and hellos, but please, Tina and I are so happy that you're with us tonight, this morning in the Philippines, and tonight in Canada. So, Tina, would you like to just share one last message of, encouragement, maybe some words of wisdom that you have with our viewers today?
Well, I'll probably just wrap up my big messages earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Number
Yeah.
one, if you're in a difficult situation, uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, be in that moment,
Yeah.
but at the same time, see how you grow from that difficulty. You know,
Mm-hmm.
what comes out of it.
Yeah.
Each experience should always be, especially very difficult and life-changing ones.
Mm-hmm.
They should always be teaching lessons. There
Yeah.
should they're not meant to demoralize you, to sink you farther
Mm-hmm.
into darkness. They're meant to uplift you when you really see the essence
Mm-hmm.
of those things. Number
Yeah.
two, whatever you do, always ask the right questions. you know
Mm-hmm.
Negative questions, negative thoughts are like mouse traps.
Mm-hmm.
Before they caught you off guard,
Mm-hmm.
and before you know it, you're glued to it. Don't
Yeah.
do that to yourself. Number three, in terms of fashion, in whatever form or shape or color you come, embrace it and celebrate who you are. Dress
Mm-hmm.
in a way that's authentic to you and
Mm-hmm.
shows who you are. And I think my last uh, note would be, there is just so much talent, there's so much skill, there's so much opportunity available to everyone. It
Mm-hmm.
never will run out
Run out.
through our
Exactly.
lifetime and in the next and in the next.
So much abundance out there.
There's so much
Never runs out.
abundance
Yeah.
of
I
opportunity
agree. 100%.
wherever you are at life. No,
Mm-hmm.
wherever you are at life, I think
Regardless of age, regardless of location, regardless of educational background, race. I
it
agree,
doesn't
Tina,
matter.
100%.
It
100%.
doesn't matter. I hope you find it and you live it.
Ah, that can bring tears to my eyes.
You
Thank you so much.
I got out of my comfort zone. I
I
learned so
know. I
much.
don't know why I'm teary eyed right now. You're just you're not gonna make me cry, are you?
Don't
Oh my god!
start.
No,
The
because
whole
God, guys, can you see it? My eyes are teary eyed. I'm teary eyed. Sorry. But Tina, I am just so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, and
so am
I
I.
love you.
Don't
You're amazing.
Tinat. I am so proud and honored to be
Ah,
associated with you and to be on this live Facebook live.
ah,
Do
thank
not
you.
ever do
Thank
not
you.
ever think otherwise. I'm so
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tina. And
happy.
you know, I mean, we talk a lot, we text a lot, but this 1.5 hour thing with you just is so wow for me. And I know with all the love we're getting from our viewers, our friends and family, associates who are watching us, the comments, uh, wow, it's overwhelming. So thank you so much, guys. And thank you, my dear Tina. We're going to chat soon again. And I love you. Mwah.
Review all of this. Then in half an hour I will analyze it over.
Yes, I'm gonna have to process this for a while, but yes, please send my love to Kristen and everyone over there, and the Green Apron team and
They're watching.
everyone. Yes, I know.
I
Thank
love you
you.
guys.
Okay, thanks so much, guys.
So do I
Bye.
need to stop the camera, I guess?
No, I think you and I will have to stay in the studio when I end the broadcast. Okay,
That's
bye,
all.
guys. Love
Bye.
you all.